And one of the remarkable stories about our DNA was determined from the study of twins. So as you may know, identical twins actually form from a single egg, and then that egg splits, and so you have two genetically identical individuals. And what we had always believed and had always thought was that these two genetically identical individuals would grow up and live their lives and probably have very, very similar life events because they were genetically identical. So one of the things that emanated from the studies of populations and registries of data was a study of nearly 45,000 twins in the Scandinavian countries. So 45,000 twins were studied, and what was remarkable about these sets of twins is that one of the twins had cancer. And so the expectation was, well, let's document that our DNA is our destiny, and we would assume that if one twin had cancer and they were genetically identical, we would expect the second twin to also have that same form of cancer. Well, what's remarkable about this information is that in studies and following these 45,000 twins, it turns out for common cancers like breast, like prostate cancer, like colorectal cancer, the concordance rate, or the fraction of the unaffected twin in fact developing cancer, was very, very low, 11%, perhaps as much as 18% in prostate cancer, but much, much less than the 100% that had been expected. So people really began to think, well, gosh, maybe our genetic risk is important, but perhaps it's not the entire story.
The way we approach dealing with toxic substances and potential carcinogens and mutagens in the United States really ties our hands a great deal. Because the way our system is set up, basically all chemicals are innocent until proven guilty. We now estimate that there are some 80,000 various synthetic and other kinds of chemicals that industry and companies put into the environment each year. And under the current law, which is basically the Toxic Substance Control Act, through EPA, we're really only regulating 5. And it's hard for me to imagine, I suspect it's hard for you to imagine, that of those 80,000 chemicals that are out there, there are only 5 that are dangerous. Surely there are more. And yet we're so handcuffed with the way we do things in the United States with regard to regulation that it becomes very, very difficult. And it's really left to the environmental community and the medical community to show that something is bad, really bad, before EPA can do anything about it. So we really have a very important job ahead of us to address that.